just let it be. No, 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 no. The world won't get no better. We gotta change it, yeah. Just you and me. Change it, yeah. Change it, yeah. Just you and me. Change it, yeah. Change, can't do it alone. I need some help, y'all. Can't do it alone. Won't get no better if we just let it be. No, 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 no.
Welcome to Truth Forum, the forum to discuss truth and the friendly surrounding like we do at home at the kitchen table. I can't believe y'all thought I didn't know my cue. I've been doing this too long. Anyway, I'm Dr. Smith. I'm your host. I am glad to be here. We do have the rights to perform the songs, the notes, and the lyrics licensed by BMI. I'll continue to lead compelling, relatable, and honest conversations. My guests will range from community leaders and beautiful young women and young people and professionals whose stories will touch and inspire you. Our discussions will center around real stories, personal struggles, amazing, triumphant, compelling topics in the news, pop culture that capture our city and nation's attention. If you would like to be a guest at the kitchen table, you may call us at 269-282-1490 or email us at kingdombuildersworldwide2@gmail.com. Before I introduce my guest today, I'd like to continue to thank our producers, Tiffany Smith, Ronnie Hoyt, Carl English, and Mike Campbell, my son T2 on Facebook Live. We have Chanel, the mother of Chi-Chi, McKinley on the camera, and Yvonne Armstrong, co-host of my main man, Doug Jones. And again, all of you, thank you. I'm excited to have a guest today, Kelley Patton and Tamara Brown. Let's put our hands together for both of them. Yeah. We're excited today to have Kelley Patton and Tamara. Deacon, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, Bishop. How you doing?
Well, we had a great day, man. Matter of fact, we had a great day. We had two young, exciting, dynamic ladies came up to the church today and gave the right hand to fellowship and all that kind of stuff.
That's a beautiful thing.
And they're here today.
That's a beautiful thing.
You know what? Before we even get started, Kelley, brief intro about you. You know, not too long because I have a lot to say. And then Tamara, give us a brief intro. If you want to mention siblings, children, whatever, just a brief intro about who you are. Talk loud because this is all about y'all. It's all about y'all today.
My name's Kelley. My name is Kelley. I'm 21.
What'd you say, Kelley 1?
Yeah.
Are you good? Kelley 1.
My name's Kelley. I'm 21. I go to Compton Valley. That's it about me.
Okay. All right. Tamara?
My name is Tamara Brown. I've lived in Battle Creek all my life. I'm 39 years old. I have two kids. Kayana, she's 19 at Eastern. Her major is biology and chemistry. She wants to be in cancer research. And then I have a 7-year-old, Erin, and I have a sister named Taisha.
All right. Before we go into your personal stories and some of your accomplishments and things that you're trying to do, this is not a service that promotes Kingdom Builders, but if something does take place at Kingdom Builders, we would like to just share it. Today, you both decided to walk down that long aisle. Kelley, you've been coming to the church for some time, and Tamara, you've been coming for some time. And there's so many places to go. And there's so many questions about God, about the church, about people, pain, hurt. You being the oldest first, what made you make that decision to maybe give it a shot for the world's sake? Because sometimes people need to hear your perspective versus some preacher trying to grab you down or make you feel guilty. What made you just say, you know what, I'm going to walk down the aisle?
Your deliverance, and I feel like if I want to be a part of something, I want to be a part of something that's not going to sugarcoat it. I want to be a part of a church family that's going to support not just the people in the church, but the people in the community, and it's not for their own purpose. So that's why I came. I mean, I done been to different churches, and I done help in different churches in different various ways. But me, if I don't feel like I can receive your word, what you delivering, because you a prophet and how you give it to me, then I won't fool with you. I got to feel like you just not trying to sell me on the Lord. You trying to show me what he can do for me.
Absolutely. I ask questions like that because I've learned after all these years, we don't always have it right, and sometimes we've got to hear what people's thinking, and that's great, because what happens is you start learning people, and you start understanding what they're feeling. As this generation says, you know, the vibe or the chemistry. So that's good. Thank you for that. What about you, Kelley?
I would say the same thing as Tamara. I started going to church on my own in 2016, and every church I went to, it felt like a circus. Like, it just felt like a big show, and it's not like that with me.
All right, big show. What do you think about that, Deacon? How you think to hear that kind of compliment, man? That's a pretty good thing.
I think it's huge, and it just speaks to who you are as a pastor. You know, you've had a lot of experiences in the journey you've gone through in life. You know, when people hear your story and hear you preach, it's almost like, I remember that show, Bible Alive. You know how to bring that word, and it actually does really hit you. So for somebody to come and hear you speak, for them not to respond spiritually to what you say, means that they got a lot of work to do, because you do hit it. You hit it right on point.
So Tamara, I didn't really have a chance to really listen to it, but I can appreciate your passion. But give us a worldview of what happened several weeks ago. Somebody, a friend of yours, somebody was, I don't know if they're homeless or what, and you was out there. Tell me about that passion. Tell me what happened and what was the end results.
Well, actually, I was getting up. I had just rolled over in my bed. It's a habit. Sometimes before I brush my teeth, wash my face, I grab the phone, check my Facebook. And I was strolling through Facebook, and I had seen someone that I know.
Okay.
They posted they had lost their belongings, and if they see their kids, if you see them or their kids in the same clothes, it's not because they not cleaning themselves, it's because they lost everything. And the person that put it on there, I know the person. I knew she wouldn't have said that if she didn't really need any help. So at first I commented on her page, and then I deleted it, because I felt like I'm the type of person, if you feel like you're going to do something for somebody, it ain't got to be broadcast for everybody to see. Your intentions ain't coming from the heart then. So before I could say something to her in the inbox, she inboxed me. She gave me a story how she reached out to several agencies, churches, of things of that nature for help, and didn't nobody help her. And it dawned on me when she told me the sizes. I remember the first fellowship meeting in February that we came to, and Bobby Palmer had said something about the clothings or whatever. And I was telling her, well, I remember somebody saying something at church about a family needs some stuff, and the sizes just drew to me, and I knew it had to be her. And she said she reached out to him, but he didn't get back to her. And I told her it wasn't the fact that he was ignoring you. I think it was more things that they had going on. Not saying that her situation was lesser than what was addressed in other situations, but it wasn't a thing to where I felt like she was being ignored. So I was just like, I was on my way to church. I honestly was on my way to church. I made a post, said, you know, this could be us. If anybody had things of that nature, I never said who it was, because it don't matter who it is. If you're going to help somebody, just going to help them. I made the post. People immediately responded to it, like, what do you need? What do you need? Any things of that nature. So I told her, and she told me that she didn't want me to give out her personal information, because I felt like they didn't have to go through me. They could have just went directly to her. And she didn't want me to give out her personal information because she had a tragedy happen, which I could have understood. So I said, okay, well, I ain't gonna go to church. I just go pick up everything on my own, and I'll bring it to you. Me and Rosetta hooked up with each other. I contact my circle of friends, because I have a circle of friends that I consider my sisters and my family. And they said, okay, well, we got you. We'll put some care packages, and we'll deliver it. Tamia Gray, She reached out to me. She do Tamisha's Jewels or something, gems or something. She reached out to me. A couple other people in the community reached out to me and was like, look, we'll take some stuff over there. So I told Ms. Gray her situation, but I didn't want to tell her who it was. And she's like, oh, that's fine. She immediately went over there. Me and Rosetta talked. We got together. We ended up going over there. I picked up some things for some other things. I took out some things out of my home because I go to Sam's Club a lot. I took some things out of my home, out my closet, and I told her, like, right now I'm not able to give you no money, but I can get some more things that you need. And she just started crying and telling me that she didn't expect that. If she, she don't really go on Facebook, she could see the response from everybody that was given to me. So as I go over there, and I just honestly, I know she said it was that she had a flood, but I'm not thinking that it was going to be to those measures. When I get over there, she went from a 3-bedroom, mind you, she had 3 kids that's living in her home, a teenager and 2 small children. I went over there, they put her in a 1-bedroom. You could tell that she had something happen because mattresses on the floor, and I know she don't live like that. No matter what she do, I know she take care of her home. When we pulled up at the youth building, it was just like a trash, like one of them big trash cans that the community get for like disposable or something. A dumpster was just full with stuff. So I was kind of took back about it. And it was stuff, bags and stuff all over. And then she showed me pictures. I got pictures. She even took it because somebody had responded on there like, we got to help ourselves. And I was also guilty of taking it the wrong way. When she responded like that, I'm like, well, when a tragedy happened, first thing we do is we grab the closest things to us and we grab our kids. We're not grabbing all our belongings. And some things, human nature, are out of control. She sent me a picture. I wanted her to send me a picture because I was going to post it, not because I didn't believe her. It was for those that I felt that didn't believe her. And it wasn't that we had something to prove. It was I was letting them know the severity of the incident that had happened. With that being said, I was just sitting back thinking about it. Like over the week, people just kept responding to me, dropping off stuff. So I'm like, dang, I know people riding by the school right there, the Federal Center right there, Stark Commonwealth right there, Westbrook, the hospital. So I'm thinking to myself, like, I know these people see all this stuff sitting out there and ain't nobody questioning it. It just kind of like bothered me. I'm not going to lie, it kind of bothered me. So I made a post and it went on from there.
Now, when you think about this, and I will always, and I want to talk about a meeting you and I attended the other day. Sometimes people get the bad rap because they don't know. Like for an example, because if I'm not your friend, or if I'm not her friend, and no one actually tell me, and I'm not using her as an example, I'm talking about for everybody in the future, sometimes you may have to just blow that trumpet to everybody. Because I'm going to believe that people are going to do the right thing if they can. But I never even knew, and to this day, unless she tell me, which don't tell me now, I don't know what house she's referring to. I don't know what lady she's talking about. Because I'm not her friend on Facebook. And I think the city of Battle Creek still should have, and forget the Battle Creek part, our community need to have a place where people can go if something like that happens. And that's something that I think that's what we're trying to create now. If there's a crisis, if the house been burned down, if something happened, we should have a safe place to go to. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what Tamara whole concern was. So I commend you for that. I didn't hear what you said, so you don't worry about that. I didn't hear nothing. I didn't see anything. I just wanted to know more about it because I heard that there was something that you was trying to do, and I was really commending you for looking out. Is this person good now?
Not to offend nobody. I'm not.
Is she in a position that she still need help?
Bishop, you're about honest, and I'm honest too.
Okay, well, we don't have to go there now.
I'm not going there. Okay. I'm just saying, people got their taxes fall in, so that's a position for somebody to help themselves. I'm not saying that she don't need any help, but I'm saying it's there. At that time, yes, she did need help. Okay, I got you. So before we come to you, because I need to know. So people getting their income taxes back? I thought they was delaying everything.
I got mine.
What? I just said that. Man, I didn't know folks getting their taxes back. Okay, well, good. Anyway, so Kelley, we're going to kind of bring it down something a little sad, unfortunately. Kelley, as y'all know, she was the one that lost her brother. And unfortunately, you know, blessing to the mom and to all the family members, and we continue to give you our heart to you and prayer for you. But as I talked to Alexia and I talked to India, who lost their brother, I am concerned about some of the siblings. And I know Kelley was very, very close to her brother. And matter of fact, my first contact was through Kelley because Kelley been friends and members of the church. And so Kelley, where you at right now? You know, we were just at a meeting other day, and you know, how long has it been? And give us his name again. And how long has it been? And what are you doing? How are you trying to deal with this situation? You got to talk up louder too.
Okay. I think it's going on 5 months. Honestly, I don't keep track of it because I try not to think about it. And I would say right now that I'm angry because the people who were involved with my brother, they're still walking around. So that makes me angry.
Angry, the people, when you say people that was hanging with them, or the opposite side?
I wouldn't say the opposite side because it was people who were supposed to be close to him.
Okay. And so there's a whole lot of people trying to come up with ideas how to help you, help the mother, help the Bowsers. And I don't want to miss the other individual name. What's the other young man? Wendell, Kyrie, and Joe.
Mm-hmm.
From your world, switch seats. You the senior pastor of Kingdom Builders. What would you do with your resources to help a Kelley that's 21 years old, lost her brother, everybody out talking about what we should do, shouldn't do. Now you in charge. What would you do? What would you offer? That's how I like to throw stuff around because a lot of times we don't know. What would you do?
I would just offer support. Like in the beginning, your phone don't stop ringing and you constantly get messages from people and people are telling you like they'll be there, and then a month later everybody's gone. So I would just offer like genuine support.
Has it happened to you? Do you feel that some people stop? I know you got your circle of friends, but the rest kind of died down?
Yeah.
Life move on?
Yeah, pretty much. I feel like everybody else's life is just going on and mine is just stuck there. But I don't expect anybody to like put their life on hold for me because you don't know how it feels until it's you.
So we'll come back, but Tamara, you have a younger son that is actually my cousin. When you hear about these young boys being killed, your son is now how old?
7.
7 years old. His father's my second cousin. Do you ever get scared of him being attracted to that crowd? And if you do, as a mother, and when y'all speak, always speak for how you feel, but then also for all those that's listening who can relate to you. So when you spoke, you was letting us know that India and Alexia and the other siblings, he said, hey, you guys, call me, check on me. Why? What happened? You was hugging me, you was crying with me. I haven't heard from you in 6 months. Come on, do better. Okay, so that's what she's saying. Now you, Tamara, you got little young boys, and they looking up. I think we went to, it was your event, it was our event, and you said, ain't nobody gonna listen to Bishop Smith. Was that you who said that?
That's not how I worded it, but that's what I said.
That's not how I worded it, but that's what I said. Okay, I got you. But she said, and then someone said, if it wasn't you, all those little boys are looking up to y'all. It was, if it wasn't you, someone else said that.
Said that.
Oh, that was you too? Okay, go ahead, take the credit. Go ahead. So you got your little young son, and your mom, and mom gonna try to take care of the bills. Mom gonna probably be doing a little bit of fussing, but mom's still mom love him. What you gonna do to try to prevent that from happening? Because there's an attraction, I'm assuming, as a mama. Where you at on that?
Well, me, myself, with my son, to be honest, that's why I keep him in everything. I keep his mind occupied in all different type of sports. I constantly tell him I love him. I constantly tell him he gonna be somebody. I can raise him up right, but I can't tell him how to be a man and make good choices. And I would rather for my son, because he don't get that from his father, I'd rather for him to be surrounded by people, men that's positive, that want to do something, that have done something in life, so he can see that's not the end result. That's how I feel. I keep my son busy, you know, in every sport. If he don't like it, you don't got to go back to it. But I keep his mind occupied.
Okay, and that's good. That's good. DJ, you want to chime in anytime, let me know.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most important things is to get kids involved. If you don't give them something to do, they'll find something to do, and a lot of times it's the wrong thing. So you got to get them active as a kid. And I think that's great that you get him involved in different sports. And it's good not to push him to do something he doesn't want to do, because all he'll do is rebel from that. You know, so I think getting kids involved right now, giving them something to do is why we're here. That's what we're all about. We got to get the kids something to do.
So back to you, Kelley. So you're very young. I saw some pictures of you and your brother. So I saw how y'all was real close and connected. And so with that being said, you hear me say all the time, you can keep a person alive through memory. What would be one of those things you want to do, or what would be one of the things the church that you are part of? Because on the website that we have, we could take all of his pictures and create a whole page on him, and even contact the detectives and continue to have them call certain numbers until you get y'all satisfaction. That's what that website is designed for. And I think, and I'm saying this to everybody who's in that position, you really should try to just come to the office. We're in the process of getting a computer, and you just go on the website. That's what Tracy is behind doing. That's what Alexia is behind doing. That is what India is behind. And you put your brother on this site and any pictures that you want. And then what happens is when they go on that website, his name will pop up and all the information about your brother's case can be shown. And see, that's my only thing is I'm looking for family members that is hurting and grieving to come. And let me show you some things you can do to try to help your case. We got to do that, because at the end of the day, if you don't take that initiative and depend on somebody else, it's not going to happen. And I think we have to do more than just have rallies, but we got to really get in it. And so there's a system out there where you can create all that information, and then you can just be responsible for your own brother website. You can come to church anytime you want and log in and just do whatever you got to do. And I really think everybody should do that. Tamara, you came to our office about 2-3 days ago. I was not supposed to be in that meeting, but I was in town, so I stayed. And you had someone with you. Tell us briefly, what are you trying to propose that you were sharing with Deacon Jones and myself, and I think Sister Mary, and Sister Kara, I believe. Somebody else was in that meeting.
Kamara was there.
Kamara,
okay.
And
Elijah. Tell us what you were trying to do or like to try to do.
Well, the young lady that came with me, her name is Tynesha Clark. We talking about getting, it's not just necessarily for something for the kids to do, basically giving them tools to where they can go out and use these when they get older. We got a name. It's called Strive. It's called Students' Talents Recognized in Various Elements.
Student talent recognizing in various elements?
Yes.
Okay.
And basically what it is a lot of kids in our community is very talented, and we just want to basically bring it out of them. We want to teach them integrity, responsibility, dependability, all them things that they're going to need in everyday life. some of the ideas we was talking about, like say for instance, we gonna do a Easter egg hunt, and we set the date for April 20th at Kingdom Builders. That would be something to introduce the program, basically telling what our program is going to do for the kids, what we offer, and what we gonna try to do with them.
So you might as well go and give the shout out. You might as well announce it right now
Strive,
about this Easter egg hunt.
The Easter egg hunt will be April 20th at Kingdom's Builder on 50 Spencer. If you want to donate candy, eggs, grass, or anything that will be needed in the Easter egg, you can get with me, Tynesha Clark, or anybody at Kingdom Builders Church. You can drop off, and we got a couple drop-off locations, and we're going to have them in song, but we're going to make a Facebook announcement about it so everybody will know in future. So just save your candies for these kids, because it's definitely going to be a big event for something great for Kingdom Builders, Strive, and our community.
Ages with the Easter egg hunt? Is there
There's
ages?
no age,
Okay,
because we got...
So DJ and I can look for eggs?
You definitely can. You can grab your babies and go look for eggs.
Well, I'm gonna tell you our secret. This is how you get them. I used to do this in Terre Haute every year. I had a golden egg with $100 in it. And you find it, you get it. And we would never hide it. We'd leave it in my pocket. And then looking for that egg. Where the egg at, Bishop? Where the egg at? And then finally, when it's almost over, I just throw it on the street somewhere. And they find it. We may do that again, golden egg for $100. That sounds good, y'all. Well, okay, that's good. Thank you for that. And we're going to talk more about that. And as she said, we're going to have more of an update. I'm going back and forth. Kelley, because I didn't know your brother. A lot of people may not know that you're your brother. And a lot of times, I need people to understand, we don't always know who you are, where you come from, because our circle is small city, but everybody don't own those circles. And so sometimes we don't know. You know, sometimes people get behind the pulpit and say, I know y'all know. And I'm like, no, I didn't know. And so sometimes we should just share positive things about people. Talk about your brother for about a couple minutes. Tell us about the things about your brother that I definitely don't know, DJ definitely probably don't know, and other people that may not know. Tell us about your brother, because he deserved to be talked about, and you are the sister that can put it out there. Talk loud now.
My brother, really goofy, always playing around. He got on my nerves, actually. Kind of annoying because he played so much. He liked it to rap. He wanted to be a rapper.
Could you rap? Can you rap?
No, I cannot. Yeah, he just always wanted to have a good time. He liked to go party and just have fun with his friends. And he cared about his nephews. He had, I want to say 4 nephews. And yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, you with us now, and Kelley, we're going to keep doing all we can to. Anytime I hear people like you and Tracy, I haven't had a chance to talk to the rest of them, when your life stops, your life cannot stop. You're going to hurt. You're going to continue to hurt. I'm not even going to even say you're never going to not hurt. You're going to hurt forever, but your life don't stop. You know, that's important that everybody know that. You know, he talks about basketball more than his personal life, but great message. That's butter. Deacon soon to be. He lost both his parents, but he didn't stop living. He took that pain and started loving people. That Butter's probably one of the most passionate brothers at the church with me. He's conscious, but see, he understands that. He made a comment today. He said, life is short. You lose your parents, you lose both your parents, you know? And that's not taking anything away from anybody else, but we got to try to move forward. And so I want you to take that energy and helping other young men. And I know you're going to do that by you being here with us. I know you're going to do that, and you're going to be very good at it. What is the thing you're trying to do? You mentioned about being you want to be like a dentist, a hygiene,
I want to be
brush
a dental
teeth,
hygienist.
Hygienist,
Yes.
dental floor, all that kind of stuff?
Yes.
So what you got to do to get that to happen?
Go to school 2 years to get
2 years?
Yep, associates.
KCC or what?
I go to Kalamazoo Valley,
Kalamazoo Valley. Okay.
but they have it at KCC.
Okay.
I just go to Kalamazoo
How long you got
Valley.
to go? How long you have left?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
And then you be all done.
Yep.
23.
Yep.
And then you're going to go to Dr. Morris or Dr. Glass.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm still not gonna come to you right now. I gotta wait. Make sure you know what you're doing.
Wow.
So tell me what do they do versus the actual dentist?
It's the dental assistant, the hygienist, and the actual dentist. They just clean
So the
your
person
teeth.
you see before the dentist?
When you go to the dentist to get your teeth cleaned, that's the hygienist, the person who's cleaning your teeth when you go get your teeth
I
cleaned.
thought Dr. Morris cleaned my teeth. Let me think about that.
He's got hygienists that do it.
Yeah, he hires a hygienist to
Nah,
do that.
Dr. Morris, you mean, man.
Okay, well, you privileged, man.
Dr. Morris cleaned my teeth, man. Maybe you're right.
When was the
Maybe
last time you've been to Dr. Morris?
2 months ago.
Okay.
A month ago. He said, hey,
He
cuz.
probably come and look at it afterwards
Nah,
and check
he
you
was-
out,
nah,
but
he was doing something in my mouth.
maybe you had a cavity.
No, I have cavities. All these fake. But anyway, so just kidding. So anyway, so Tamara, tell me, you've been here all your life. I don't know anything about you, Tamara, but I'm so glad. I see a lot of passion in you. I see fight in you. We were in that meeting, and you seem like real, like you like hard, right? But then you started crying. What was that? Tell me what was going on, because you seem like you're not, and then you just like started crying. What was going on? Explain that for me.
Because, like, I'm a real emotional person. I'm about to start crying. I'm a real emotional person, and I'm very passionate. If I put my heart into something, I'm gonna go all the way. I can't accept no.
Yeah.
If one door closes, there's another one that's gonna open. And I started crying because I was trying to say everything, but I was just so caught up in my emotions about everything that I've been working on in my thoughts, because I'm one of these kids. I was one of these kids that I'm trying to bring a program to help. I'm one of those little girls.
Talk about that little girl. Talk
Like
about
you
that little
said,
girl.
I was a fighter. If I didn't fight you with words, I fought you with hands.
No.
Yes, unfortunately.
Okay.
Unfortunately. And being 39 now, I had the same opportunities as everybody else, but my life was about choices. I can't say, if I was Kelley's age, I would have used the excuse as my mom was on drugs. My dad was out my life. I didn't have nobody.
Is that true?
All that is true.
Okay, got you.
All that is true, but
Okay.
I feel like that's an excuse, because even though my mom was on drugs, when I ran off, she was chasing me. You know what I'm saying? When I called myself grown trying to hang at Colors, she was coming up in Colors, dragging me out of Colors. So I had the love and I had the passions. I was making the wrong choices. I didn't grow up in church. Only person that introduced me to church, God rest her soul, is my Aunt Kay. I come spend the night over her house, and I go to church with her on Sunday.
Troy, Aunt Kay?
We'd go to any church she was at. Before Emmanuel, we'd listen to her sing, spend the night on the weekend, me and Kiki make cookies, do all type of stuff, but we had to get up and go to church. And that's the only way I was introduced to church. I wanted the fast life. I wanted the guy with the biggest sack, with the nicest car.
Biggest sack.
Money.
Drugs. I'm being honest with you, Bishop.
I'm trying to learn the words. Okay. Keep going.
I mean, I didn't have no. Being my purpose, I wouldn't use use that fight for something positive.
Right.
I was using it for something negative. I was promiscuous.
You're 39. Mm-hmm. How old is your oldest child?
She about to be 20. She 19.
So you was only 19. Dang.
Because I wasn't trying to have
Compared to
no
everybody
kids.
else. Okay.
I wasn't trying to have no kids. I was trying to be somewhere, dropping it like I was hot, wearing nice clothes and hair, and not trying to do anything. I had all the chances. I was warded to the state. I was in foster homes. I was in group homes. I had the chances, but I never made the choices.
I got the revelation from Deacon Jones that we're somehow related. Spraggins, is that what you said, DJ?
Kiana said that we was.
Scruggs.
Scruggs.
Scruggs and Claytons.
Yes.
I didn't say nothing because, I mean...
Man! No, we read because somebody was a Rolling Stone in the family.
Yeah.
That's how you be related to everybody. If somebody decided it was a Rolling Stone. Can't everybody, that's...
Yeah.
You Clayton, which one is the Clayton? But then you mentioned Troy. Now, Troy is my cousin.
Troy Evans, his father is Emerson Evans. That's my grandmother's Betty Brown.
Betty Brown is your grandmother?
That's my grandma. That's my mother's mother.
Who's your mother?
Tammy Brown. She passed.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. That's your mama. Didn't ever know that, DJ.
Small world.
Yeah, small world. I've been gone for so
Big
long.
family. Small world, big family.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned about your cousin that got killed. Troy brother. K son. And this is what I was going to share with the whole idea of getting that billboard. We're going to have the Joseph Bowser, and then we're going to have your brother, if it's okay with the family, and Window, if it's okay with the family. That's what Kay did. She had a billboard up, and it worked. I don't know if y'all remember that, but she had a billboard up. She made, and Troy, if you're listening, you can validate me right now. She had a billboard up. She lived her life, and you know what? Mothers, Tracy, and what's your sister? Mother, stepmother?
Antoine.
Antoine, and the other one.
Lisa. Liz.
Liz. I mean, I know you may know Kay, the late Kay, Troy, Evan's mom, but this woman will pray, cry, fast every night for justice. I remember her doing that. She was crying. She was in church every Sunday crying. She was pressing the police department. She got a billboard up on her son. And when they finally found out, it wasn't too long when she went ahead and crossed over. Troy, if you listen to that, you can verify that because I was a part of that and I remember it taking place. And I guess I could just say that to your mothers. Mothers, you know, don't give up. Keep fighting, keep crying out, keep praying, connect with family, connect with friends. But please take advantage of our resources because we really want to help you in that area of exposing whatever we can do to expose and help. That's our responsibility, and that's very, very important. So Tamara, so you were in the group home. How old were you when you was first taken out the house? You can remember.
I can't remember. My first incident was when we broke in the White Center. So I think I was like 13, 14.
Y'all gonna break in the White Center too.
And my cousins, they ran and
Ain't no
left
way
me.
you're not gonna get caught in the White
I got
Center.
quiet. They ran and I said, my cousin, he's deceased now. I said, don't leave me. He came back. So he had to get in trouble too, and we got our bus towed up.
Little Phillip.
Yes. How do you know? Yeah, so
Did you do any time in jail?
a lot of time.
Really?
I did a lot. Not in prison, but I was in and
jail,
out of,
prison?
Yes, the longest I did was 6 months. And that was the longest time I did. But the last time that where I felt like I wasn't going back to, I did 93 days.
93 days.
I came out on Halloween and my mom died. We found my mom dead on November 2nd.
So Kelley, you hear all of this, and you kind of on a good track. You're on a good path. You're doing good for yourself. You lost your brother. That's major. That's a setback. But what you gonna do to make sure you stay on track? And then what you gonna tell all your peers? You got 21-year-old lady listening to Kelley. Kelley's on TV. What Kelley got to say? What she got to talk about? Kelley, how can you encourage your peers? Since Bishop can't reach them, help me reach them.
Like Tamara said, I'm just gonna say it's like all about choices. People, they always complain about like how they grew up and stuff like that, but I feel like you should just use that to motivate you to want to do better. So it's like all about choices.
But is it true that your father wasn't around?
My dad was around. I mean, he was in and out of prison, but my dad was always around.
Okay.
And yeah.
So your stories are not like the traditional stories, would you say?
What, an absent father?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Mom?
My mom's always been there.
Okay.
My mom, my grandma, and my dad.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what you gonna say to the young people? You gotta tell them
It's all about choices.
You're the preacher now.
It's all about choices. If you want to do something, go after it. Like, don't let nothing stop you.
Okay. DJ wants to get in?
No, I'm actually enjoying this conversation. I'm learning a lot about Kelley and, you know, things that I think you're a very inspirational person and you're very soft-spoken, but you have a lot to say. Beautiful smile, too.
So Tamara
that helps.
and Kelley, I was sharing with on the last show, I think, with my son Elijah, spiritual son Elijah. I shared with him about the black man is considered in danger. Are you scared, Kelley or Tamara? Are you afraid to walk in a dark alley and you saw a black man being a black woman? Do you get scared?
No.
No. I wouldn't, no.
DJ?
Not at all.
Can't hear Facebook. Gotta talk louder. We trying. We talking. Okay, so when you hear the word in danger, they're saying that black men are slowly but surely disappearing. Now, I'm gonna make a statement, and this has nothing to do, I have some really, I have some close, let's put it this way. This is not personal what I'm about to say. I just want to throw it out there. I wanted a young man to come talk on the show. I didn't give him enough time, so I'm for sure he'll come on the show and talk about it. But Kelley, I want you to be honest with me with this question. Tamara, be honest with me. Have y'all heard the term about, is it called demasculizing? How you pronounce the word when you soften the man? When you
Demasculization.
Yes. Say it louder.
Demasculization.
Yes. Do y'all know what that means?
You just said to soften the man.
Well, you know what masculinity is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we all have our little, a man is a man, a woman is a woman. So when men start wearing dresses at Grammys as a black woman, now, we're not attacking nobody. I don't want nobody to think I'm attacking anyone. God, no, I'm not. But I'm asking from a perspective, if I lose them in prison, if I lose them in the grave, and now I'm losing them that way, what do y'all have left?
Mexicans, white men. I don't know.
Did she just say that? Did she just say that?
I mean,
She did answer the question.
Why does she answer the question? Did she say that? Well, hey, that's a great answer. Tamara, how you feel about that?
I love everybody.
Okay. This is not about not loving nobody.
I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Is that okay? Does that impact our community? Yes or no? To you?
yeah.
Yes, it do.
Okay. Okay. That's what I'm saying. I'm not. Listen. I'm not. Brother, you want to wear a dress, but then that's one brother off the market. Unless you want a man with a dress.
I don't want no man with a dress, but if I see a man with a dress, I'm not going to feel some type of way, and I feel like he's not going to have that influence over my son. That's his household, that's his family, that's his prerogative. That's how I feel.
And I'm not even questioning that. I'm talking about you sisters. Do y'all have enough men, a pool of qualified men?
No.
Is there enough men for y'all to even find a good man to be with?
Yes.
No.
Yes, it is. I believe it is. I believe it's a lot
Does
of
it
good men
depend
out
on
here.
the age? Does it depend on the generation?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what's your criteria, Tamara? Gangster. What's your criteria of a man? What you looking for right now in a man?
Well, I already got one, but
All right then.
and you know what he give to me, what he gives to me, ain't no man ever gave me.
I heard
I ain't
that.
never had no man get on his knees in the bed next to me and pray with me.
Ooh-wee.
So he giving me everything, and he giving my kids
I can't wait to say
everything.
something off the camera.
That's okay. Bishop said it now. Said now. You know? But you know, he gives me things that I never got, and you know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Okay.
I got mouths.
Miles mean.
Mouths mean I got bodies, meaning I done been with a lot of people.
Oh.
I done had a lot of boyfriends.
All right,
That's
so
what I'm saying.
Talk to me. You got to
But what
teach
I'm
me all
saying
kind of
is,
words.
as dealing with different men,
Okay.
I don't consider they men. I don't consider they men. You know,
Okay, Jen.
I don't consider them men. I consider them boys.
Okay.
It's a criteria.
But the I love that, and I can't wait to talk to you privately, cousin. Cousins. Cousins. I mean, cousins saying, you know, oh, I got 15 minutes, cousin, you know. You gonna tell me my cousin's name? What's his man's name?
His name is Ron
Go ahead, Ron. Ron what?
Robinson.
Ron Robinson. I don't know, Brother Ron. Brother Ron, I hope
You
you
gonna
listen.
meet him?
I hope
He don't even got social media.
I hope you know what, Brother Ron, because you know you a good man praying by the bedside. Guess you gonna get married. Okay, anyway.
Yes, he is.
talking about bedside and single. Okay, let's do this. Good.
Funny. Look, we gonna get past that.
Anyway, right. So no, we good. So back to the question. We are not at all criticizing anybody. As cousin said, we're not downing you. My question was, I have a daughter. I'm going to have granddaughters one day. And I'm concerned of the lack of men available. That's the reality, y'all. And that's where that whole endanger part comes in at. So now these girls growing up, they're not even looking for a man in their own race because they're not available. That's all I'm saying. And I kind of want to hear you as women talk about that. So you got you a man too?
No.
But he's going to be, you say Hispanic, you said?
No, he's not.
Caucasian? Is that what you just said to me?
No.
Oh, sound like you said that, Asian.
No.
What you looking for in a man?
A boy that's not in the streets, and
It's going to be hard to find.
I know.
See? Prime example.
Oh yeah. I want a boy that goes to college. That's what I want. I don't want no boy that's out here trying to sell drugs and hanging out at the gas station and riding around. I don't like that.
So we need something else for them to do.
Yeah.
So that's why we got to take young men, like little cousin, take her son, and we got to get them early. Get them early.
But you can end up meeting a young man in college, you know, meeting the man in your dreams, right?
Yep.
Doesn't necessarily have to be from around here if that's not what you want.
Yep.
Tamara, we're going to be good, girl. We're going to be all right. I like your personality. Ken the DJ, but I like your personality.
You can all.
I'm kidding all of you.
We all related.
I can't
That's a
win,
good
butter. But every time I come on the show, somebody kidding me. I don't know if anybody talking because we just run our mouth.
There's a lot of people commenting.
Anybody say anything? Anybody say anything about Tamara or Kelley?
You know, Rosetta made a comment earlier, and her comment is, it's not life that stops, but now we live in reality. Everyone else, life stops going, but we're stuck. And she's talking about mothers
Right,
who's
right,
lost sons.
right.
Missing our sons and their siblings, missing them also. Because it still seems like yesterday. So we just want to make a change and want positive things in our life. So we take our son's death to make a change and to fight the justice system. So we live on, just not like everyone else. We just learn to deal with it with God's guidance.
Gotcha. So we got about 10, 5 minutes, 7 minutes left. Tamara, say something to the people. Whatever you feel inspired to say, whatever you feel led to say, something that you feel that when we leave this show, Tamara left me something. Besides her, you just say baggage. What was that word you said?
Miles.
Miles. Besides the miles you left us?
See, I was just saying that. Saying,
I like these new words, man. I
back
didn't
to
know what miles was.
about choices.
I'm with you,
It's
girl.
about choices.
But talk to us. Say something to your people. Whatever you want to say to everybody. Reach out and touch. That's Tamara, y'all. She love everybody. Talk to us, Tamara.
My journey has not been easy. And it ain't been easy because of me, not because of nobody else. And there comes a time in your life where you're going to sit back and you're going to think that I want to do something better.
Right.
And that's where I'm at in life. I want to do something better. I don't want to straddle both sides of the fence. I want to straddle one. And that's with God. Because at the end of the day, that's who got me when ain't nobody got me. When I feel like I can't talk to nobody, when I feel like I want to hold things in, I just talk to God. Whether it's in the car, in the room, in the bathroom, whatever. And I'm not perfect. But I know that I'm going to do something great because that's my purpose.
Angie Stone. How much time I got, y'all? What did it say? 7 minutes? 5 minutes? A little bit. I do have the rights to perform these songs.
You got 8 minutes. 8 minutes. He's throwing shade towards me.
Okay, so back to you. We got to figure out how to get the young men together. You got folks like Kelley crying out. Brothers,
I'm not crying out.
I'm talking about crying out about we don't want you in the streets.
Right.
We want you to go to school. So you got your hands up and said, well, Bishop, I would, but I need a break. I need a chance. That's what we're here for. That's what the older men got to step up. And that's what we're doing. I got the help with Butter. I got DJ. I got Bobby. I got Sir Richard. I got a lot of plethora of brothers here. Ronnie at the church, my son. We're trying to design a system where we can help you. I've taken Elijah under my wings, and I'm going to cover Elijah to the end. He's my spiritual son. We're going to work with him. And as I said in the meeting, if we take one son at a time, boom, we can solve a problem, because Kelley has a right to one day find that man. And then since my cousin already got a man, we just need to get him and her at the altar since they're reading the Bible in the bed. So, so anything else? Anything you want to say to your people before our time is up?
No.
That's it? You don't want to give another? Yeah, you don't want to say anything else? You good?
About what?
Anything. It's your show. They watching you. DJ, you want to close out before we have our prayer and dismissal? And I'm going to come back to see what my cousin got to say.
Yeah, real quick. Just met Kelley, and I think whatever you do in life, you're going to be successful at it. You're very intelligent, very soft-spoken, and I believe God's going to give you what you want. So just look for him and seek him out, and he's going to give you everything you desire. And Tammy, cousin, you're a warrior. And all the things that you've been through in life, you're a fighter. And you're going to help a whole lot of people. And I know today, hopefully somebody that's watching is going to play this for somebody that needs to see it. Eventually, they're going to come on your doorstep. So I love you, and I think you're doing a great job.
I'm just honored that Tamara has came to be with her big cuz, and of course Kelley. I see Kelley already coming around. I call them my spiritual daughters. She's running with my first cousin Rosetta. Rosetta, my blood cousin. Diapis, my first cousin. Bam. They were all my second cousins. We all grew up together on I know Rosetta gonna tell me, but Urban Park Drive, right by you.
Yep. I think it's 245.
240 what?
230.
Whatever it is.
245.
We all grew up there. Rosetta and all of us sat on the couch with our grandmother and our grandfather, so we understand the pain, but we got to move on and save the next generation. We laughed, we joked, possible tears could have came. You know, we're going to keep covering these people. I'm going to look out for Kelley the best way I can. Kelley got a friend in the studio that doesn't come around too much, but she came to the studio to be with her good friend.
Yep.
What's her real name?
Asianique McDonald.
Asianique McDonald?
Yep.
Is she kin to Chanel?
Yep.
What is she to Chanel?
Chanel's daughter.
Chanel's daughter. Well, we thank you for coming to the studio, and maybe one day you come on the show. God bless you. You just came back from Australia, you said? Australia. Well, welcome back. Okay, welcome back. So we are grateful for you all for watching us. We thank you for being, the talk show became one of the #1 shows here, and we're just grateful because of you, the audience. Thank you, Rosetta, for always feeding into it. And Tamara, again, we love you. Thank you for a new chance to get to know you from a different level. And also my main DJ, we are grateful for this day. I always end my show, and we've been having a war on selective songs. So I've been really trying to get a vote. What song should I end? Because I'm getting several votes and people respond to me. But I got a new song that I think may be fitting, but I can't find it. So we're going to end it with this one.
Say Dietrich Haddon and Ruben Studdard and Mary song.
What's that?
Dietrich Haddon.
I always end the show by acknowledging my ancestors.
Get that and play it for him.
My father, the late great Hugh Smith Sr., and his parents, my grandmother Gussie Smith and Edward West Smith, where I got my name from. And then my mom's side of the family, my beautiful mom is still here on this earth with us. And I'm excited about that. We're looking forward to some wonderful things. We celebrate another birthday on the 16th of this month. My little brother Dewan is on the 14th. But then her parents are gone on, and we're grateful for Patton Perry and Ruby Elizabeth Perry. Again, everybody, we have to know our map. We have to know our compass. We have to know where we're going in life. And we come at the table and we talk about strategies. The book of Issachar said, the tribe of Issachar said they understood the time. It's a different day, even for me. I may have thought I was relevant. I may have thought I was pretty connected, but when I get to meet people like Kelley, Elijah, they teach me a whole lot. Chi-Chi, they let me see things totally different. And I want to encourage all the older people, you don't have to change your values, don't change your convictions, but open up, hear them. But one thing I do know, they want you to be straight with them. Be consistent. Keep your word. And that's what I'm asking all the older men and women to start doing. And let's love them to life again. Let's pray. Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this privilege. We thank you for Tamara. We thank you for Kelley. God, we ask that you bless all the family members that's hurting, that's not hurting, spiritually, socially, emotionally, financially. God, you know where we are, and allow those that are in the body of Christ to release who they are. But let everybody know you have a purpose to live, because you have a solution to a problem on this planet. I thank you for this show. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, y'all. Y'all did good. Y'all did good. Y'all did good. Good show. Yeah. Good show.